We are still coming out of this coronavirus, but even in this city, in this county, we are having to rebuild the criminal justice ecosystem. Because if you all can recall, after Hurricane Harvey, some of our criminal courts were affected by Harvey and literally shut down. And then over the last 14 months, you have had not many cases at all in the court system. There are about 100,000 cases backlog right now. So you're having to put together now the criminal justice ecosystem, which means you got to have now more jury trials. They've got to open up. City employees, for example, return as of this week. And so it's now time for the whole criminal courthouse system to open up as well, to reduce significantly the backlog. So that's on one front. Then what we are finding, for example, is that you've got gang activity coming from all over, and not just within the United States, but even coming outside. So we're having to deal with that. And a lot that's connected to that is a lot of narcotics and drugs. All of that's played in the key. And if you notice, we've seen more domestic violence situations than we've seen in the last several years. You've seen more road rage. There are a lot in different categories where you've seen more than it has ever been on so many different fronts. And so we are having now to really focus in investing in communities, investing in neighborhoods, dealing with people who have lost their jobs, dealing with people who are facing anxiety and stress. That's one of the reasons why, for example, we've a lot of focus on crisis intervention. So there are a lot of elements that we're having to address in order to reduce the criminal element and be laser focused on it. And we're going to have to work our way through it. And it's also going to require the active engagement of people within our community. Now, the reality is, she said he didn't want to use that excuse, and I won't use that excuse, but this is not a Houston phenomenon. It is a national phenomenon, and it's happening across the country. Having said that, our primary focus is on the city of Houston. This is where we are. This is what concerns people the most. And so we're being very intentional. That's why City Council voted to add another cadet class. Instead of 5, now there are 6. And then the crisis intervention initiatives and all of the other initiatives that we are putting forth to get through it. We will get through it, but we're going to have to work through it. As we work through the end of this coronavirus and everything else that's been thrown at us, we're going to have to work through it. And it's going to take a little time for that to happen.